Today is December 6th. Tomorrow I celebrate the fact that two of my uncles survived Pearl Harbor. I know I haven't posted anything for weeks, and even though it's been a beautiful day here, it hasn't been. I want to share some things with you. This is all what I'm about and what this channel and my previous channel is all about, which is educating you and teaching you some things you didn't know. Yeah, Shabbat Shalom. And welcome to my bunker. What provokes this video is that a few minutes ago I was watching a video that's free on, it's a movie that's free on YouTube. It's called Good Dick. I'll try to look at the camera, but I'd really doubt it. I'll probably look right at myself. And what prompted me to go into a fury of 5 minutes of setting up the lights, etc., was the idiot little Jew boy who's trying to nail the chick that likes renting erotic videos and masturbating. He made some statement as into some animal that was the most deadly on earth. No. I will refute that in a court of law and have all the backup I need. Let me tell you the story. Because what this vlog is all about is me telling stories about my real life, as opposed to your attempt to make money on YouTube or your imaginary life or your life that's solely constituted by your ability to buy makeup at the dollar store and polyester dresses like what's his name, Juana Bird, and pretend to be a female, just like in the movie that I watched earlier, which I sent out to all my Catholic friends and Jewish friends, a movie called They. Look it up. It's free on YouTube now because they can't sell it, really. They don't want to sell it. It's all about propaganda. Anyway, he said this was the most lethal animal on earth. No. May have mentioned before that I began the study of biology and chemistry at age 4. At age 4, actually, I came into the house one day with a full-grown 36-inch copperhead snake and came running up to the dinner table where my dad was sitting doing schematics and lists, costs, etc. I said, "Dad, what's this?" And he goes, "Son, that's a copperhead." And I turned to my mom and said, "Mom, you got one of them big mayonnaise jars?" And she said, "Yeah, of course." And so I put it in because snakes always will back into a hole. And I punched a few holes in the top. And when I came home the next day, my dad had absconded with, which he was free to do legally, from his place of employment, a big heavy-duty shipping crate that was like 8 by 10 by 6, and he put my name in the zoo and even put a pitch roof on top to make the water run off. And when I came in the house, I said, Dad, I love it. He goes, yeah, from now on, because he knew I would, as a kid, because my immunes, I just, like wasp stings didn't bother me. I would grab wasp nests and put them in jars and stuff like that and bring them in the house, And he told me after that, keep your stuff in the zoo behind the garage. Simple as that. And I said, no problem. Thanks for the house, Dad. But years later, and hundreds of chemistry sets provided by my brother Jerry later, I actually, it wasn't that much longer. It was just a few years later, I got to be the friend of, I befriended a guy named Eddie, whose father was I think a doctor of oceanography, and worked at Texas A&M University. And one day, Eddie, as was his habit of stealing shit, but at least I made him return this. He knew he had to return it. He brought over to my house a preserved snake, which is the most deadly creature on this planet. That's when I went berserk on this. That's why I had to set all this up and try to let you know is that those of us who are at least 50, 60, 70 years old know that out in the Great Barrier Reef of Australia and environs, you can find a snake. It's short. It lives in the water, in the salt water in the ocean. It's called the yellow-bellied sea snake. And this is the creature that, unlike the guy in the movie Good Dick, which is sexual, unlike in the movie The Good Dick, who says, this animal is the most deadly animal on earth. No, it's not. I know better, because almost nobody handles him, almost nobody wants to. So my friend Eddie brought over from his dad's, I don't know, just how his dad had it in his collection, or whatever, it may have been his personal collection. He brought over the yellow-bellied sea snake, whose venom will kill any diver, swimmer, anybody in the ocean in 3 seconds. It was only a few years later that I learned that I don't have to worry about rattlesnake bites or other stuff like that, except for like the cottonmouth or the black widow, because they cause necrosis. When it comes to neurotoxins, that's a whole different thing. But I just was so amused by these retards that are training your immature brain to think that whatever he showed up there was the most lethal animal on the planet. No. For those of us who are well into our 7th decade, we know it's the yellow-bellied sea snake off of Australia. If you mess with them, and unlike other snakes, which only, a rattlesnake only gives off, it only uses about a drop of their venom, the cottonmouth water moccasin, which is all around this area. Their venom is toxic only in the sense that they cause your flesh to rot. There's 2 different types of toxin. And in that jar that my friend brought me, that couldn't be any more than quart and a half. There was about a 25-inch, no more than 25-inch yellow-bellied sea snake, which one single bite, and you're dead 3 seconds later because it's a neurotoxin. So, you people that get your education and your information off of YouTube and movies and stuff like that, you're frickin' idiots. And, 6, 7, 8, 9 days at a time, sometimes in social media, usually I don't talk to idiots except to show them that they're idiots. Yeah, there's a window right there. So, where should I go from here? Let me go biblical for a moment. In the verses of Matthew that have been deleted from everybody from Thomas Jefferson, was it Madison? They keep leaving out these, I'm going to hold that right there. They keep leaving out the several verses that say, and you shall know his followers or his servants by their ability to heal and by their ability to handle serpents. And I've been handling serpents my entire life. Never had any toxic bite. And actually, I was just a natural born like that. At an early age, I was so fast, I could grab snakes. Actually, I might tell the story of me when we were seining fish from my dad's pond. But in the book of Matthew, it says, you will know his servants by their I don't know about the speaking in tongues. I do speak in tongues. I speak several languages. I read about 20. And of their handling of serpents. And while I've never exhibited any actually, those idiots that do that snake handling thing, they milk the snakes first so that there's no venom to chance. So you really got to be in this world, whether it's in movies or other things. You have to be wary of the con artists. Even the what do you call them? The snake charmers of India and stuff like that with the what's the name of that snake? I'm sorry, I've had a very long day. But what they do is before they handle them, etc., they milk them so they have no venom. They can only produce about 1 drop of neurotoxic venom, not necrotic venom. So I'm going to lean back here a little bit, and I can see this is 14 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to stop here and try to carry on a second one.